Oh my lord, we're already streaming and I'm not completely ready. Shit. Hello everyone, how are you? How is everybody doing? You guys ready for some sick reads? Gurcakes is first. The first boy in. Get het, says Gurcakes. So, here's the deal. I never know what you guys are gonna send me, you know? I never know what's happening. I never know what this is. Oh Jesus! I looked over. Keep in mind, I haven't read anything of this. You know, just sent it to me, and they're like, "Tony, read this," and I said, "Okay." You know, that's how the Patreon works. But the only thing I've read is Saucy Tongue so far. That's good. That's good. As for what's going on. I have moved back to college, so the audio is probably going to be a little weird. It's a little more echoey in this room than it was in my last room. So I hope it is okay for all of you, and it is nice to see all of you guys. It is a good time. School has officially started, and now it is time to read some Back to the Frollo fan fiction. Is this Frollo? Is this Hunchback of Notre Dame right now? I'm assuming that's what it is. The Prologue, or How It All Began. It had been a grueling day, and Claude Frollo had put in long hours at the Palace of Justice. Oh, you bet he has. First, there was that band of highwaymen who had terrorized Parisians. Is that supposed to be Persians? Parisians. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what it is. Traveling in and out of town, he had laid a careful trap for these hoodlums, successfully capturing and ultimately punishing them for their crimes. Then there was that new dim-witted lieutenant. He had infuriated Claude with some minor insubordination, so much that Claude made sure he was justly disciplined. So, what if this half-brained soldier complained? "I'll never be able to secure another position again. You made sure of that. I'll get even with you, Claude Frollo." So right off the bat, I really don't know what the fuck's going down. We've read the first paragraph. Really don't know what's going on. But welcome everybody, welcome everybody who's popping in, by the way. I hope that you guys have a good time reading this, but Jesus Christ almighty. Let's see. The Minister of Defense sneered at this inane threat, and just what will you do? It is obvious you can't even negotiate a walk across the street, let alone perform your duties. Yes, I guarantee you'll never find work in Paris again. Now be gone, you idiot. Oh, he's rude. Claude Frollo smiled. It had been a productive day, but oh so tiring. He needed a release. Claude paced about his study, restless from boredom, yet drained from overwork. A thought suddenly came to him. That's it, he thought. After all, it was a warm day, and a quick swim would... Oh, he's gonna swim. This is, I don't know what's going down. I don't know what's gonna happen, but this is gonna get worse. I'm seeing beginning stuff that's just leading me to believe it's gonna be terrible. And a quick swim would be just the thing to relieve the stress. Claude Frollo's thoughts turned to Danisha, his 14th FSM. Yeah, bud? Tony, can I send something to your Discord? That depends on what you're trying to send. If you're trying to send porn, then you gotta private message me that, bud. No porn on my Discord. But if you want to send things like, images you've drawn and, fan art, go for it. You can post that on my Discord, A-OK. This is... Do you just have a chamber of bad fanfic? I don't know what's going down. Every time, Dingo surprises me with something even worse. Even worse than last month's. I don't know. I mean, so far, this isn't that bad. No one's eaten poop out of a cat's butthole. So, we're off to a good start. Let's see here. She suggested I take up some pleasant pastime, he thought. My lovely, wild-honeyed lady. Always so caring, so sweet, so... His mind raced back to that magical summer of luscious days and even sweeter nights spent with her. She had maddened him at first with her off-the-wall humor and saucy tongue, yet somehow she had managed to melt his heart and stirred a desire in him so strong that he could not... "Stop this," he muttered to himself. "Thinking about her only stresses you more." But it good stress. Okay. A wicked smile lit up his face and he made his way outside. Mounting his horse, Snowball, he informed his sergeant that he was going for a short swim. "If an emergency should arise, you'll know where to find me." Claude did not notice the just-fired lieutenant lurking in the shadows of the palace. As Claude rode off, the ex-soldier motioned to some boys playing nearby. "Hey kids," he called to them. "Want to earn a little money?" "Sure," said the oldest boy. "What do you want done?" The soldier grinned. "Let's play a game called Getting Even with the Boss." That's a shitty name for a game. The boys nudged each other and grinned back. "Where to?" asked the youngest. "Just follow me." And soon the entire group followed the tall man riding a fine black horse. Let me tell you, like, I'm not happy with this so far. You know, Tony, don't hate me, but I gotta go. Oh, that's okay. I'm glad that you stopped by. You guys never have to apologize for ducking in and out of streams. I just appreciate that you stopped by and said hello. And I hope you're having a good time. Here's the deal. I've read enough of these fan fictions for the Patreon so far to know that the kinds of fan fiction that I'm gonna get is never something normal. No one's ever gonna send me a story about, you know, Luigi going to buy some pumpernickel bread and then coming home and having it be a normal day. Okay? You know, it just... Can you send a link to it, please? Oh, your Discord. Did I misread you? Did you not want to send a link, but you wanted a link? I apologize. It's hard to read the chat and, you know, the fanfic at the same time. Yes, you can have a link. My helpful bot didn't disconnect, I guess. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, alright. Alright, well, I guess the stream resumed. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why, boys. That's just how the stream goes. So, here's the thing. This isn't going to be a normal thing. I'm sure what's going to happen is Claude Frollo is going to disrobe. He's going to take off his robe, and he's going to be fucking old as shit. And he's going to have his wrinkly old man wiener out, and the kids are going to see his wiener, and it's going to be really bad. You know? Like, this is going to be a bad time. I'm already predicting it. Alright, let's... okay. Claude Frollo reached a lovely, secluded spot just outside the town. The water looked so inviting and refreshing. Besides, there was no one around to spy on him or bother him with petty concerns. Here he could be by himself, enjoy a swim, and collect his thoughts. Claude tied Snowball to a tree, neatly folding his clothes and piled them on the riverbank, and took the plunge. "Oh, this is heavenly," he thought, as he allowed the cool water to envelop and rejuvenate his body and mind. It was nearly sunset, he realized. Must not stay too long. But this is wonderful. Claude became so wrapped in his enjoyment that he did not notice a group of boys watching him through the bushes. He did not see the same boys quietly lift his clothes and untie his horse. Nor did he see the ex-soldier guiding Snowball down the road. Ah, nearly dusk. Must get out now. I'm feeling so much better. Claude got out of the water and reached for his clothes. He suddenly panicked. "Where are my clothes? Where's my Snowball?" He looked up just in time to see that damned soldier and some boys hastily running down the road with his clothes and horse. "Come back here, you thieving vermin!" Claude roared at the top of his lungs. "You'll dearly pay for this insult!" In their haste, the merry group dropped Claude's cape and something else. A sterling silver amethyst-studded device. Claude picked up his cape and the small silvery pager. "Wait until I get my hands on them, I'll tear them apart! Make them suffer the worst possible punishment I can!" Claude Frollo was livid as he wrapped the cape around himself and clutched the little pager, walking back to town. Okay, alright, that wasn't too bad. You know, this isn't too awful. You know? Like, it could be worse. This could be a lot worse. You know, a dildo could have fallen out of his cape. You know? Like, a huge-ass vibrator could have fallen out of there. You know, those kids could have just, like, straight up stared at his wiener while he was swimming. You know, listen, this could have been way worse. Tony, the author, is a grown-ass woman and a teacher of sociology. A teacher wrote this. Oh. Okay. What is wrong with our education system right now? Judge Claude Frollo slipped back into town unnoticed. Thank goodness no one spotted me, he shuddered, his body now shivering from dampness and the cool evening air. Have to make it back to the Palace of Justice, and then I'll take care of those thieving ruffians. Just then, he heard a swell of female voices heading up the street. FSMs? How did they find me? That blasted soldier. Now he will clearly pay for embarrassing me. But the horde of young females had already spotted his tall, slender form. There he is! Shouted Aranexta? Yeah, that's a name. Oh, he is divine! Their leader, a woman who called herself Belladonna, urged the ladies. Get him, girls! Don't let him get away! Claude dashed up a side street, trying frantically to get away. He felt a tug at his cape. It was one of the older FSMs. Madam! Just trying to get a peek at... Oh, wait. Just trying to get a peek at that manly body. Ladies, please, Claude pleaded. This is not a good time. I have important business to attend to. Eventually, he struggled out of the cape and disappeared down a dark alley, whilst the FSMs continued fighting over him. Out of breath, cold and angry, Claude hid in a recess of an abandoned building. He still clutched the tiny pager. Why didn't I think of this before? Yes, she will help me. My beautiful, brown sugar darling Nisha. Claude took the pager and began pushing the buttons. He cast his eyes heavensward. Oh, please let this work. He prayed as he began coding a cryptic message. Copyright September 1997 by Frollo Freak. You know, that's a name. That's a fucking name, dude. That's a fucking name. That is amazing. So, can we just have a legitimate conversation right now? Just you know, you the chat, you know, me a man sitting in his college dorm room just reading this beginning to porn. You know, I just don't understand why someone would write this about Claude Frollo. Like, I just don't understand. Tony, can you stream for 30 hours, please? I don't want to be bored, Dad. Oh man, if I could stream for 30 hours in a row, I totally would, but the option just isn't there. Not with so many roommates. Tony, new roommates? Oh yeah, I live in a cabin now. Nobody lives in my room. I have this room to myself. However, the cabin, you know, there's 4 rooms in here. Each of us have our own room, and we live like right next door to each other. We're all super close. So I can pretty much just, you know, slightly yell, and someone will answer from one of the doors. Nobody's here right now. They all went grocery shopping, but... Tony, quick question. How do I grow a glorious beard like yours? I actually have a legitimate answer to that. When I was younger, I didn't grow out... Well, I did. I grew out my facial hair, and I never shaved it, because I thought I was like, I don't want to get rid of my mustache, because then it won't grow back. But nah, dude. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. You gotta shave often, and you gotta shave constantly. Like, you gotta keep shaving, because then your hair will keep growing, you know? And if it doesn't, then I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. Tony, is Jason gonna come visit? Man, it looks like he could. Like, the cabins here are old, and they're like fucking rickety, and legitimately, I'm not kidding you, it takes me 5 minutes to open the front door because the lock to it is so fucking finicky, dude. It's awful. You know, you gotta jiggle the key for like 5 minutes until eventually it does something. But yeah, it looks like, out my window right now, it looks like Jason's gonna come out of the forest and and murder me or something. It's pretty spooky here. But I just don't here. Let me pull up a picture of Claude Frollo for you guys. If you don't actually know what he looks like, you know, just to give you an idea of just the majesty of this man. And I gotta do it on my other monitor first, because you never know what's gonna pop up on Google. You know, it might be something disgusting. Can't show off penises to the kiddies. It's bad. So, legitimately this is what is going on. Like, could you imagine going to the lake and you see this just delectable specimen of a man? Could you imagine? I mean, I wish... Listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat it right now. I am not... Oh, it's error? Damn, it's only blurry. I guess we can't see it, like, not blurry. No, stop that. Fucking stop that. Listen, if I could be her right now, I fucking would. I fucking would, dude. Like, you can't tell me that you wouldn't want to be Esmeralda right now. Like, I would... If I could be Esmeralda right now... You bet your ass I'd be Esmeralda. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'd go in deep. I'd let him go on deep on me, you know? I'd let him, take me to the Palace of Judgment and judge the shit out of me. Look at that face. It just says, sex appeal, you know? Tony, I'm starting college soon. Can you give me some advice? I can. I can give you some advice. In starting college, you should probably make friends. I know that's weird. Why would I say that? But literally, you need to go out and you gotta find friends, because if you're just stuck in your dorm room, your life is gonna be terrible. You need to go out and you gotta have a social life and you gotta hang out with people, because if you don't, it's just a bad time. Also, let it be known on record, Dingo's like, Tony, if you read another half chapter, I'll pay good money. Well, I'll do you a solid, Dingo. I'm going to read the next chapter because, why not? Let's go ahead, guys. Let's read some more. Alright. I'm ready. Chapter 1, or How I Rescued Claude Frollo from an Embarrassing Situation. I was not very pleased when my pager went off. I was presently downtown attending a retirement dinner for a colleague, dressed to the nines, seeing old friends and coworkers and having the time of my life. Nonetheless, something in the back of my mind told me to answer this page. Maybe it was my parents. Mama could be sick. Or, I shuddered, the house could be on fire. As I reached into my purse, I discovered it was not my regular pager, but that beautiful sterling silver device, studded with amethysts, which lit up the interior of my evening bag so brightly I had to hastily close the bag and excuse myself from the table. This was no ordinary page. This was a true emergency. No need to find a phone. I knew exactly what to do. What happened? I muttered to myself. I don't know what voice I'm going to give her. Probably just my regular voice. What happened? I muttered to myself as I hurried through the crowded hotel lobby with car keys in hand. He wouldn't page me unless he's really in trouble. He knew I had plans tonight. Soon, I was driving through downtown traffic, so busy for Friday night. Geez, 20 years ago, you could stand on the circle, fire a cannon on Meridian Street, and hit no one. Gotta keep my mind together. I've gotta get him. Help him. Then my concern turned to annoyance. Oh, I know. The fuck? No. Stream, stop being shitty. Stop being shitty, Stream. Oh my god, dude. The voice is a sexy feature. Man, I apologize. The stream is being fucky. Since I moved to this cabin, the internet's a lot worse. So, I'm gonna have to plan around the stream dying every 20 minutes. It's terrible. We'll figure something out, guys, but let's see here. Where did I leave off? Oh, man. Then my concern turned to annoyance. Oh, I know what he's been doing, I said out loud. Recalling the cryptic message flashed across the screen pager. Bring clothes. And it got him in trouble. Good enough for him. I told him what would happen if he did this alone. Anyone could come along and... well, he does have a lot of people mad at him. And... my voice trailed off as I approached a huge abandoned parking lot. My little Camry will need a lot of... okay. We'll need a lot of room. Did you guys know that a lot is actually 2 words? There's actually a mythical being known as the Allot. Here, let me pull up a picture of it, which you should always send to someone when they don't know how to actually spell the word Allot. So this is an Allot. Looks just like this. Now, whenever somebody doesn't know that Allot is 2 words, you send them this, because that's what an Allot is. You know, that's what it is. Tony, put a metal bowl behind your router if you can. It amplifies the range. Does it? Does it really? I don't think I can, because the router here in the cabin is like, bolted into the wall. But I don't know. I think I might. Man. No, this is just the fucking worst, dude. This is just the fucking worst. Alright, let's keep fucking reading. A lot of room to make this trip. I slowly guided the car into position. I hope this works. I did it the last time. My foot firmly pressed down on the accelerator. The Camry opened up full speed. Almost there, I said. Here goes nothing. As the speedometer registered 100 miles per hour, I reached under the dash, pressed the little violet button, and in an instant I was engulfed by a bright white light. I am not fucking kidding you right now. You heard that right. She's going back in time. This is some Back to the Future bullshit right now. This is great. This is Doc and Marty levels of ridiculous. The streets narrowed and I couldn't see much because it was so dark. What happened to the streetlights? Then reality struck me. It worked! I had to keep... Jesus fuck. I can't... I had to keep the lights low and drive as slowly as possible. I didn't want to wake folks up or draw too much attention. Besides, the streets are so narrow, never meant for an automobile. These good medieval folks would surely freak out if they saw this thing coming. I stifled a laugh and headed for the Palace of Justice. Maybe he's home already, or maybe he decided to swim longer. But now it's too cool to swim. I tiptoed to a door partially hidden by ivy vines. He told me how to get into the palace whenever he's not here. No one knows this secret entrance but me. I cautiously entered, removed my shoes. Can't have high heels clacking on stone floors. I passed a sleeping guard and crept up the stairs to his room. I quietly knocked. Just really? No response. I then opened the door ever so gingerly, peeped inside, and softly called. Claude? Still no answer. With little flashlight, yeah, you're missing a letter in there. With little flashlight in hand, I entered the room, went to the wardrobe, and quickly gathered some clothes. If what I thought had really gone down, then he's going to need these. I silently descended the stairs and made it outside without being detected. Putting the clothes in the back seat, I thought, he's going to thank me well and truly, but this is the last time I'm going to save his neck. Yet, as I slowly made my way down narrow corridors, my sarcasm turned to concern. If I didn't care for him so, I wouldn't be doing this. He could be hurt or sick, or... My mind was shocked back into reality when I spotted a tall figure dashing down a side street. I guided the car to a dark alley, put the Camry in park, and waited. You know, just really, though? Okay, did I miss something, says Mr. Shepard. Was it ever mentioned that the OC had a time machine? Nope. Yeah, you bet she's got a time machine. In case you're wondering, she has a time machine and she's got a magic pager thing. Just fuck my shit right up. This is good. This is some good shit. So let's get this cleared up. This prologue starts with Claude Frollo going for a swim and having his clothes stolen. This is, of course, in medieval times. Nothing's weird. Then it cuts to chapter 1, and it's about some girl at a dinner party, I guess, and she has a magic pager, and Frollo calls her up asking for clothes, and she just gets in her Camry, which is also a fucking time machine like in Back to the Future, and she goes 100 miles per hour, and then goes back in time, landing exactly in the middle of the town near the Hall of Justice, and just nobody notices, nobody's awake, and she just pulls the car in, puts it in park, sneaks in and grabs his clothes, and then starts driving out. That's what's happening. That's what's happening right now. They are secret lovers, in case you're wondering, if you didn't pick that up. This is This is literally so dumb. I am astounded. You know, normally when somebody sends me a fan fiction to have me read it, it's something along the lines of, Tony, read this fan fiction where Doctor Who eats poop out of SpongeBob's nose. Or, you know, Tony, read this fan fiction where Star Butterfly does the naked cha-cha with Ben 10. You know, like, it's that. It's usually that, you know? It's usually not Count Frollo and his lover. You know, it's usually not Count Frollo and his lover doing shit in their Camry that's also a time machine. You know? When is Josuke gonna come and pop a boner? Because I'm waiting for that, you know? When is Joshu gonna try and suck his mom's titties? Like, I'm waiting for that to show up in this fan fiction. At this point, I'm ready for anything, you know? What a day, what a time that we live in, you know? It's not even that. This was, you know, we live in the year of our Lord, 2017. This was 1997 that this was written. This is 20 years ago. How is that possible? This has survived for 20 years. What even? Ooh, 20 years. That's impressive. Oh, man. Which doctor exactly eats the poop out of SpongeBob's nose? All of them. At once. In the TARDIS. All of them. This is ridiculous. This fanfic is older than a lot of you people watching it right now. That's impressive, isn't it? Stands the test of time. You know, thank you all for joining me on this lovely trip. I read a little bit more than just what I was asked of. I hope you guys don't mind. I hope you guys had a good time. And I'll see you guys on the next stream.